It's March, and we've actually had a couple of these really, really beautiful days now that make you feel like spring is literally knocking on the door. I say literally, you know what I mean. But what that also means is, whereas I'm sure many of you will have prepared all your beds all winter long, we've had all that long period of time to get everything ready, everything sorted, ready to grow. You know fine well that I like to leave my beds and my garden fairly untidy over the winter. I always say it's because of the wildlife, and 95% of that is true. The other 5% is debatable. But what I'm starting to see now is I've got things starting to come up. So I've got the broad beans are starting to come up in the greenhouse, cold greenhouse. They're just coming up there. I have got bulbs coming up under the apple trees. I've got flowers coming up around the pond. And so things are coming up and I've got to make space for them. So today, if nothing else, I want to get this bit cleared, see what crops I can take today. I've got a few grotty leeks here, but the kale and the cauliflower I've kept us going right through the winter. I'll be taking them up as well. And then I have got a really lovely gift that I am going to be planting in one of the beds at the top of the plot by the chickens. So yeah, I'm just waffling now, aren't I? I really just need to get on and do this. So wish me luck. I mean, this has just been beautiful. This is the red Russian kale. The chickens have had a little bit of this, but to be honest, they don't like red things as much. But can you see that there? That is still so fresh. I probably should have left this in, but I'm not. So I'm going to get these up. These are very definitely going on the home pile. And then next to these, we've got these ones. Now, I know these are only diddy, but actually, again, like the Russian kale, you get, in a way, you get a lot more bang for your buck because, I mean, this soil is really nice. They're so curled, so actually, if you open that up, it's got a really quite a large surface area there. I can't remember the name of these. Michael, no. And he'll say, oh, you do, but I can't remember. But they are gorgeous again, but we've uncovered them now, so rather than the pigeons coming to get them, I'm going to have that. I can't lift that one up. Isn't that typical? Last one. Okay, right, I'll go and get the fork. Here we go. No fork. Spade's going to have to do. That's the thing with having the two plots now. A lot of the things disappear and tend to end up in Mike's shed. So, here we go. Oh, him's a good one. One day I'll tell you about the Christmas tree salesman, but not today. Right, okay. Yeah, another nice one. Quite a lot on there. I mean, you know, not a huge amount, but we'll be taking them off right there on the home pile. Okay, whatever these are, I'm sure they were collies. I know we can just eat the leaves. Let's have a look. There's absolutely nothing in the middle. You see, I sort of think, should we leave it? I don't know. What would you do? I'm tempted to leave them. But then I've uncovered them now and I really want to weed. Oh, stuff it. They're coming up. Right, okay, here we go. This is the sort of thing. It's never straightforward, is it? I thought I'd just be able to come in and clear it. Right, okay. Amazingly small roots for these fairly large plants. But as you know, I've never had much luck with collies anyway. Maybe they're not collies. Maybe there's something else entirely that's supposed to stay in over winter and then they crop them in April, and we've been waiting all this time and I've just dug them up. Right, okay, last couple, and then we'll take a look at these leeks. I mean, I've got to be honest, I nearly pulled these up a few weeks ago actually, because they just looked terrible. And although they still look terrible, I'm sure they've fattened up a bit. So, you know what? That's okay. About that much is probably edible. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Let's just get them up and see what we've got. I'll take them to the top table in a minute and we'll sort through. Oh, well, there you go. Didn't want to go very far. Oh, well, there you go. Looks nice. Guess what? It smells of leek. Right, okay. I shall continue. Well, this is a very sad bunch of leeks. I mean, they're more like spring onions, but you never know. You never do know. I mean, I suppose it depends how desperate you are, but let's face it, anything to add some fresh veg to your meal at the beginning of March is good, she says. I cut the blackberry bush back, which is, you can see the stump here, it's huge. This had actually covered, I mean, it covered the arch, but it also come to at least halfway down this bed. I don't know if you can see me. Beautiful bee behind you. Oh, I think that's the first bumbler I've seen this year. But I uncovered what I thought were, behind me I've got quite a lot of grape hyacinth bulbs and quite a lot of bluebell bulbs, and I saw these bulbs growing and I just thought some of them had spread from this bed behind me. Anyway, as I investigated further, I remembered that it might be a year ago, it might be 2 years ago, that because the blackberry had grown over, there was a row or 2 rows of garlic that I hadn't harvested. And I remember asking you, what should I do with it? Should I just leave it in? Should I harvest it? And the decision was made, I should harvest it. I didn't. So I just completely forgot about it. And again, it's only when I took the blackberry bush down, I've unearthed it again, and it hasn't died off. This is what's amazed me. It just hasn't died off. It's just carried on growing. So I've just dug up a beautiful big bunch there. So let's put this into context. So 2 years ago, this would have been 1 garlic clove going in each spot along here. And then come harvest time, that would have grown into a lovely bulb, okay? I then did nothing with that bulb. I left it in like a very bad gardener. But the reward is, this year, bless it, it's not going anywhere. It's come up again. So I can't do it with that one now. Let me try this one. What I'm doing is trying to dig them up nice and easily. I wish I had my hurry. That's one of the things that's gone missing. Mike and I have both got one and they've both disappeared. I wonder where they are. Right, okay, so I have got, I don't know if you've got this on camera, I'll show you. I've got here, every one of these little spikes here belongs to a garlic clove. So the garlic has stayed in, bless it, it has stayed in now. Must be 2 years and it is still producing. So each one of the cloves in the garlic, but the clove produced a bulb, the bulb produces the cloves, and each one of those cloves is going ahead now to produce its own bulb. So from one garlic clove that was put in a couple of years ago, I mean, okay, you know, you don't want to wait that long. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17 cloves. And I mean, that is good. that is really good. The garlic that I've got coming up at the top of the plot now is bigger than that. I mean, some of it still hasn't come up yet, but that just needs now giving a little bit of space and it'll be fine. And the ones that I just dug up, there must have been two bulbs in there because there were 30 odd cloves. I mean, you know, I'm not going to plant all of them again because some of them are only small, but that is a really good size. In fact, that's so good, and it's really fresh. It reminds me of summer and garlic dressing on salads. Okay, so I have got quite a lot of replanting to do, and then what I really want to show you is it's another harvest that I forgot about last year, but I'm so pleased it's worked. I've got to admit, it's quite hard to get any work done when it's this nice. I just came to sit down up here for a few minutes before I do this kale. And that robin is up in the tree. I don't know. He'll probably go now because I'm talking. You can probably pick up the chickens next to me. They're happily cooing away. Oh, I can see him. The robin is right up there, cleaning his beak on the branches. I've just been watching him, but as well as him, there's quite a loud either frog or toad behind me. Now, when I walked into the allotment earlier on today, I heard one down at the other end of our plot. But obviously, like I saw a huge bumblebee before, things are starting to wake up. Oh, there we go. It's not just the flowers and the bulbs that are waking up, it's the creatures as well. The wildlife is starting to get busy. But yeah, oh my goodness, I just got the sun on my back, blue sky, and it's just so peaceful. It's beautiful. You see, it's often you think that the robins have come to see you, but they're probably thinking I've come to see it because I'm in their garden. Right, okay, let's take a quick look at this kale. Last summer, the lovely Robin from over at Robin Gardens, I'm sure you've all been to see our channel. If not, I'll leave a link below. She sent me some seeds to take part in a challenge known as a garlic challenge. Now, I had never heard of garlics before, and I'm pretty sure none of the other people in the challenge had either. But as the name suggests, they're a cross between a leek and a garlic, so it's a small leek with a garlicky flavour. Anyway, by the time I actually got around to sowing mine and pricking them out, everyone else was harvesting theirs. So whereas I was unable at that time to take part in the results, if you like, today I can see that these are quite ready to go. I mean, it says you should wait until they are the size of a pencil. So these are only small pencils, but I think I'm not going to be doing them any favours by leaving them in much longer. But let's just have a little look. Oh, crikey, that's gone quite a long way under the ground, actually. You know what? I wonder if that would have grown any longer. I need this bed because a few weeks ago now, I met up with Claire from the Farmyard Garden and Adi from Adi's Growing Garden, and again I'll put the links below, and we all did a bit of a swap, and it was really, really lovely just getting new stuff from other people's garden. And they are artichokes. Now, we all know that they've got a bad name. I'm not going to go into it, but we all know what the bad name is. But the fact that these are dwarf artichokes, I'm going to give them a go, and I'm going to give them a go in this bed because I know Jerusalem artichokes, I grew them many, many years ago. They spread and spread and spread. So I reckon if it's in a contained bed, I'm going to be able to keep an eye on them and not let them spread out and go everywhere. So she handed me the tubers, and as you can see, They have been left to their own devices now for a few weeks. I am sorry, Claire, but today's the day I'm going to get them in this really lovely bed. First things first, I'm going to get these garlics up, leave a few in, and then we'll see what the soil's like, and I'll get these artichokes tucked in 4 to 6 inches deep. Right, okay, I have got, but I think you leave these about a foot apart, and I have got 1, 2, 3, how shall I do them? I'm leaving those leeks there to see if they flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've got some diddy ones over here. Should I put a diddy one in the middle? No, I'll put that one in the middle. And these tiny, tiny ones here. But you know what? They've got roots on. And I think what I'll do, as with anything you are planting, any tubers you are planting, you are looking for the growing bits. If you're on potatoes, we're looking at the eyes, and you can see, oh, actually, that is growing there where the roots are. That's a bit confusing, isn't it? Let's show you a clearer one. Oh, look, same there. They're growing where the roots are. Right, okay, so the tuber is what is giving them all their energy, but all the activity is happening around here. Right, I'm going to make a nice deep hole, like I say, about 4 to 6 inches, and hopefully these will settle in, and it'll be something else that's new to try. Now, I can't remember the last time I ate an artichoke. Look at this, what's that doing there? Got no idea what that's doing there. I believe that they taste, I don't know, what do you think they taste of? Let me know in the comments below. Right, okay, so that may not be deep enough. I've put it pointing upwards. I'm going to put the next one. I'm just chucking them in, to be honest. I think they're fairly hardy, so they should survive whatever happens to them, because we all know we can worry ourselves silly about which way up a bulb goes or which way up a seed goes, but ultimately the growing point is going to go up and the roots are going to go down. Okay, there we go. The garlics are out, the dwarf artichokes are in, and before I go, what I want to show you is something that I am going to be introducing over the next couple of weeks by way of crops that not only have I never grown before, I'd never even heard of them before until about a week ago, but Mike and I have agreed this year, but because we've got more space, he's going to be growing more of the staple things on his plot, and I'm going to have that much more room to experiment. So I'll put them on the screen now and just have a little look and a little think as to about what you think they are, because I know there's 1 or 2 I can't even pronounce, but if you think you know what they are, if you've tried them before, if you've eaten them before, if you've grown them before, please put them down in the comments below. And if not, let me know if you're trying anything unusual this year, because yeah, it's starting to get really exciting about thinking what's to come, isn't it? So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. See you all soon. Bye for now.